That's why I did this dating podcast, and my buddy knows that, and I'll say names here because like whatever, and also I don't care. I signed an NDA, but my whole thing is if I get sued for breaking this NDA, I'll be more famous and like more in the green than like ever before. And so the entire episode was about me banging Jared Leto when that was a thing in my life for a while, and he like would bleep it, but he would bleep it very poorly. So it was almost more like for comedic effect than actual like anonymity. Is that a word? Anonymity and anonymity and anonymousness. Yeah. And that was fun, and I appreciated that.
You really banged Jared Leto?
Oh yeah. That was a time. It was very weird too.
Okay, how did you meet Jared Leto? Like, how did this come about?
Okay. All my podcast appearances circle back to me being like, Jared Leto, please sue me. But basically, I was in college, and then me and my friend were connected through this guy that we met out, and he was like, oh, like just flexing, like trying to get laid, whatever. He's like, oh, like I'm working this Oscar after party, like you girls should come, whatever. Excuse me. And there we go. And then he ended up flaking through, like he was full of shit. And then we were like, fuck, we're really excited. We want to go to an Oscar after party. So we go on Google and we Google Oscar after parties. And apparently Guy Osseri, Madonna's manager, was having a party, and they didn't have the exact address, but they had the street that it was on, and the street was just like in their cul-de-sac. So it's like if you show up, you're gonna find it.
Right, you'll hear that motherfucker.
Right, exactly. So we show up and we Uber very, very close to the cul-de-sac. We get out and then we call an Uber Black and then Uber the rest of the way. And then we get out of the car and then we're just like walking in. We're like, confidence, we got this. And the second we get to the door, they're like, nope, what's your name? And then we panic, and my friend's like, and they're like, who are you? Who do you know? And then my friend, she's like, Madonna. And they're like, get the fuck out of here. And so, because we're in the hills, right? That's where all this shit was happening. And we're just kind of sitting on the curb, smoking cigarettes, defeated. And there's like rows and rows and rows of SUVs just coming through to this party, right? And one of the SUVs in the stop and go line of traffic pulls down their window. You can't see anyone inside the car, but it's just like an ominous voice. She's like, oh, hey, you guys didn't get in? You should try harder. And we're just like, fuck you. And then we see these dudes dressed like in their fancy boy clothes walking by us. And then instead of like walking past us, they dip over like the curb into the ravine because it's in the hills, right? It's like these forests and like these fucking steep, hilly ravines. And I'm like, girl, like that's the move. Like this is how our way in. She's like, I can't. Like she was a little more, you know what I mean? She had her standards for like twigs and dirt and shit. And I was like, okay, I'm going. And then I like, at first these dudes are like, oh, this girl's gonna slow us down. Like, who is this bitch? But then I infiltrate their group. And then we get there, we get to the back door, which they still have people with lists and stuff, but it's like less intense than the front door. And then literally the moment we get there, we're like, how the fuck are we gonna get it? And then Taylor Swift and all her fucking fangirls come, or like not her, like her posse.
Her entourage.
Yeah. They come in this Hummer limo, which is like so Taylor Swift to like have all these causes, but then to drive a Hummer limo as a white lady, like, okay, Taylor. But anyway, she comes up with all her fucking posse. I'm like, this is the chance. We just kind of like walk in with them. And then I'm in there. This is the year that Chris Rock hosted the Oscars. What's his face? Leonardo DiCaprio won his fucking award, right? It was a big fucking deal. I see Leo as he's walking his way to the bathroom. I see Chris Rock. I say hi to Louis C.K. very, very awkwardly. It was pre the Me Too thing, so when it was a whole thing. It was very, very exciting. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like living my best life. And I hear behind me, oh shit, you got in. Where's your friend? And I turn around and it's Jared Leto. And he's a very, very awkward man. And we're talking, we're chilling, and having a good time. And I don't know, he's like, here, take my email. And I'm like, weird flex, but okay. And I take his email. And then the next day, I email him this like what I thought was comedy gold email being like, hey, Jared, I just wanted to like extend my utmost gratitude for your actions on the night of Guy Osseri's party. If it wasn't for you shouting at me from the window of your SUV, I wouldn't have had the confidence to sneak in to that party. And for that, I'm just so grateful for you like stepping out and like shepherding me like that. And then one of my friends told me that he's like into hiking or whatever. And I was like, if you ever want to go hiking at Griffith Observatory, here's my number. And then he's like, text me on this encryption app where like you can only read like a few words at a time. Like, here you go. And then it was a thing, and then he invited me over, and then we banged, and that was a whole other story. He is so weird. Like, he is socially awkward to the T. And I'm like, I probably only got that opportunity because I think he's probably into like fucking teenage girls, and I kind of look like a teenage girl. So whatever, for the experience. I hope I get sued from this podcast.